point number 9 or action number 9 is that we should see to it that we use the mainstream media to convey our condemnation for this act of blasphemy, whether it be in the newspapers, whether it be in the magazine, whether it be on the satellite channel. Everyone cannot involve giving articles in the magazine or the newspaper or the satellite. So whoever Allah has given the skill of writing, they should use their skill to write letters or write articles in the newspapers, in the magazines, or maybe give an interview on the channel, in the news channel, or give a talk. We should use the mainstream media as much as possible. And those Muslims who own the mainstream media should see to it that we convey this message of protest on the mainstream media, whether it be newspapers, whether it be magazines, whether it be radio broadcast stations, whether it be satellite channels. We convey this message as much as we can so that this message goes throughout the world. Action number 10 is that we should try and file a legal case against this blasphemy. If someone insulted the Prophet or someone has done some blasphemous act against Islam, we should have a team or a battery of lawyers. A team of lawyers who will know that how this can be filed in the court of law. Depending upon the action that has taken place, depending upon the insult that has been hurled on our beloved Prophet, we should see to it that we file a case in the appropriate court of law. And we know that during Danish cartoons, there were Muslim lawyers who filed a case in January 2006. This incident took place on the 30th of September 2005. And initially, when the ambassador of the Muslim country went to the Danish authorities, government, they didn't give much importance to it. Then the Muslims filed a case in the court of law, but unfortunately they said it is permitted in the freedom of expression to make such cartoon, which is absurd. How can blasphemy be permitted in the name of freedom of expression? And the same thing was said by President Macron. He said that blasphemy is permitted in the freedom of expression. Can you believe blasphemy? If he says that, he is the biggest hypocrite. Just a few days before, when President Árdóغan said that President Macron requires a mental checkup because he gave derogatory remarks against the Prophet, against Islam. So President of Turkey, President Árdóغan, mentioned that President Macron requires a mental checkup. Immediately, he called the envoy to Turkey back. He called the French ambassador of Turkey back to the country. Just by saying that Macron requires a mental checkup, he is calling his ambassador back. And you are abusing the Prophet, and that's allowed in freedom of expression. So isn't it double standard? What we should do is we should file a legal case. Have good lawyers who are well versed with the law. It may be in the International Court of Law, or it can be in the court of that country based on the act.